and the Buffalo Bills.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Roberts on the return. The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And incomplete to open things up. Cole Beasley, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45.
47-yard line.
And Charles, a look there at the Ravens draft class for 2020. And I tell you, for a team picking late in the draft, they came up with a couple of gems in the first few rounds.
They absolutely did, because when you're picking that late, you're not expected to get some of the best quality players in the draft, but they did. Patrick Queen at 28, maybe the top linebacker. And then for some people, J.K. Dobbins at 55 as a running back. A lot of people had him #1 on their boards.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Fighting through. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He's going to keep it again. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
7-yard line.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Jackson now.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
7-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. The kidder here, it's complete. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Baltimore Ravens.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback. Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Almost almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Again, Jackson. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We're calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And they'll run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
First toss of the game here for the backup Barkley. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. It'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Barkley sacked.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They're already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The pass passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's going to run again. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Griffin on the keeper.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
It's
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
24-yard line.
On first down, Griffin.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Back to the air on 2nd down. Barkley looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Isaiah McKenzie that time. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Griffin on first down. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
4 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game. And he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. They run with Edwards. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Down at the 10-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Now second and 9 from the 10. Now they'll throw it with Griffin. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Third and 1.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he'll bang that one through. That time a 9-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. A first down carry now for Yeldon. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, it's Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
It's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down. Barkley, he'll let it go deep for Foster. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Complete.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Quick slant caught by Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens add on. Multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed, he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Bills nothing. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Barkley. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barkley. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll throw right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Not much there, only a yard.
Number 42.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Up 3rd and 7.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Tucker's kick is good, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
And now out come the Bills. And certainly this not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Barkley can't get away, and he's taken down.
Barkley sacked. A loss of 9.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Barkley's pass.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Ravens offense back out there. They lead big. Quite the kickoff, really, to this exhibition schedule as they start once more with a 1st and 10. Open man is Duvernay. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Down there, but it's incomplete. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, Griffin's going to throw over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Griffin will throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. The throw on target to his receiver McKenzie. this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
Offside. Defense.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Second and 4 at the Ravens.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown the point after, but of little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all.
Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. This is the player card. Here you can see your player's strengths and weaknesses.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Select the team. Start your season with recommended settings. If you start your week by installing your game plan.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's a special Friday edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Baltimore Ravens.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To throw is Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 32 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 21. And right away, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
He's going to keep it again. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
That's a gain of 5.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. He may try and run for this. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at at their own 22-yard.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Lee Smith.
Josh Allen in at quarterback.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Lee Smith.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 29-yard line.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Returnable for Thomas. Wiggles free. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1st and 10. At their own 21.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right. Result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
2nd and 8.
Here's Griffin. And this one's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After the interception, here's Griffin. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one.
Bills nothing.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And now the third-year man out of Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, 28 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Barkley's pass intended for Isaiah.
He was a third-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the third. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
And you take a look at his draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one in second down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. Look at the big man rumble. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, 77 yards. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Ravens.
That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next. Just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. To sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Barkley throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Justin Tucker lines
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. T.J. Yeldon working his way back out onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll have to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, not a huge game there as we head towards the 2-minute warning. It'll be interesting to me to see what they decide to do after the timeout.
Got an open man. It's Scott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Robert Foster and the rest of the offense about set to go here. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And some room to maneuver. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Justin Tucker to kick.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Holding on the play.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. RG3 keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play them? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory. With just a little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. Here's Barkley. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On third down, Barkley under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tyus Bowser in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. 3 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started less than 1 month from tonight. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find... some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Ball carrier.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he gets this away, and look at this. It's a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Players spotlight time now. Robert Griffin III. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
23-yard line.
Once again, Griffin. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
We're in Baltimore. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Buffalo set to get the football back here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there on the handoff. Edwards. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Griffin on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Barkley's.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make some...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this showing really not a good the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
throw again. Barkley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Robert Griffin sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Brings up second.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. That's taken in by Duvernay. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For a Baltimore Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Complete to number 42.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, grit.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. RG3. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Barkley's pass intended for
the Bills on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And 10.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. Breaks the tackle now at Allen. And all the way down to the 29.
Barkley's.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
First down.
Now Barkley. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Bills on third down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Barkley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 30.
I'm going to show you, man.
And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Yards to go.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the fourth quarter. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it, couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to try, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Griffin going to throw it. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Duvernay.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Baltimore Ravens.
The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
At the 9-yard.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Harrison.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes, Coach.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
This ain't good enough for us.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it.
25-yard line.
Oh, Griffin's going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called beat.
The players on your team quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Start your week by installing your game plan. In offensive and defense each week. Once you've made your game plan, choose to start.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the Ravens
to throw again is Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down, Ravens.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Complete to number 42.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
The tackle made.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up
a handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively. They got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
For the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Prescott from the gun. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. That's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
A gain of 46.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Jackson's pass.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 34 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. And right away, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. He was calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked. Fumble on the play.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 8 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Prescott's pass.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Thomas. And now off off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Talk about flipping the script. That punt return 86 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, partner, time to start thinking about dinner plans after this one. I don't want to write them off first quarter, but my goodness, the offense clicking like this and a 4-score lead.
We are programmed to not get to that stage, right? To not think that way, but you can't help it. They look like sheer perfection right now with those 4 scores this early. Let's see if they can keep it up, and let's see if there's any way possible they can be slowed down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott, and his pass incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
1st down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And this is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Complete to Martin.
They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Baltimore.
And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his... And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens add on. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Fighting through, and he's got space.
DeAnthony Thomas on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. at their own 47-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total.
A 7-yard gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Third down.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Refusing to go down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Mark Ingram, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
There on the stop.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect.
Oh, Prescott straight.
Dak Prescott sacked. A fumble on the play.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. He's going to fire one deep over them. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. We've got 2 more after this one, and then we get it all started, as we normally do, on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. These guys have punted 4 times already. They're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Boys, 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The throw there finding its way to Boyle, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
21 yards.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Dallas, Texas is the spot, 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Dalton's pass.
You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a 1st-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Malik Harrison. Robert Griffin sacks.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. To throw is RG3. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you? Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling him, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2s, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now in Arlington, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Raven first down.
Now Griffin on first down. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stanley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Griffin complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to throw right away. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and, boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Robert Griffin sacked. Fumble on the play.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Throwing again on second down. Griffin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth, because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Fielded at about the 28. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Justin Tucker lining up for the
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger.
Justin
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Noah Brown, the Ohio State man, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11, as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Edwards, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's got some space here.
The quarterback forced out of bounds and sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Baltimore.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And they take a knee.
Griffin on the keeper.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.